That minute's silence went to those who listened. They gave us a new day, a new month, a new season, with new mysteries, new friends, and maybe even a new monster or two. It breaks my heart to say that we lost company. But I would do those an injustice if I didn't say, I'm Barry Biev. This is Baile na Gótrin Radio, keeping you company in the small hours until the end. Patronella Studios gives me more freedom to talk to you, so I can be a bit more honest these nights. So if I am being honest, I'm sad. What happened, that's not the ending that I envisioned. And it's okay to not feel okay. It's alright that we sit, we live, we breathe, and it still feels like a loss. The wound is still fresh, the pain is still there. Hell, we're still trying to confirm the dead. But this is how I grieve, and maybe it's how you grieve too. We start with the pain. It's the first thing that I'm going to be thinking about for a very long time. But one day, it'll be the second thing that I think about. I'd love to have listeners like you on this journey when that happens. And anyways, the nightmare, it's not over. And we need moral support for what is coming. Fuil, while defeated, had a reserve of blood stationed underneath the town hall. And that is now gone. We don't know where and we don't know why, but Baile na Gótrin is on the case. Lucius is using his keen senses to find the culprit. Petronella is using all of her power to see if she can apprehend the person that did this. And we have Marlowe the Magnificent meditating in the hopes to peer into the future and see who we caught when this story is over. Even Father Macmillan is saying a prayer for us. And to anyone who's wondering how Catholicism fits into our strange and wonderful world, considering all that we've seen, shush you. In a twist of events, however, the person doing this has outsmarted and outmatched all of Baile na Gótrin's best and brightest. Even Lucius is finding it difficult to detect the scent of the vandal. But we're staying on this story until that book closes. Now, for full transparency, I was investigated. You see, they had reason to believe that my intentions had aligned with Fuil's, considering what happened to me during the fight. Outside of the investigation, I was asked, had this fight changed me? And the answer is yes. I found I have gotten a taste for blood. No, not like that. No, what I mean is, this is the second time that I have given an order that has marched people that I care about into Fuil's hands, and my order has gotten people hurt. So when I saw those monsters, all hungry and licking the pavement, I didn't hurt them for the sake of our town. I hurt them because it felt good. Yeah. So, therapy, counseling, whatever, because I'm not liking the man in the mirror anymore. And our first text in on a brand new show is from Darcy McGowan. She says, I saw you in the streets that night. Thank you so much for all you've done. But I saw two members of Fuil drag you down Marav alleyway. Are you sure they didn't do anything to you? It was dark, so I couldn't see. Look, alright. I didn't want to bring this up because it's not relevant in any way. But yes, that did happen. Two members of Fuil did, quote-unquote, get me. But the station's own Alice Walters came to my aid in a way that I never expected. You see, it turns out She is of the same nature as Petronella, so things like monsters wouldn't get in her way. Yes, I was injured, but she did save me. And again, none of this is relevant. Also, a fund has been set up to repair damages to the town, like what happened to Marv Alleyway. And Alice is very, very sorry. So a new feature of this station changing hands is we get live updates on active investigations. And an update is that the blood has been found, poured beneath the monolith at the edge of town. It is also worth noting that the way it was poured out was deliberate, to spell a word: Trinity. All active players looking for the vandal have gone to the site to find out this person's means and motives. But this criminal's efficiency has raised some questions. How are they able to hide their smell from Lucius? How did this thing occur without being detected by Petronella's abilities? How did they get there without Marlowe seeing it before it happens? Okay, we're starting to get texts about my injury. Look, I am fine. No infections were found. I got hurt and Alice took care of me. And yes, anyone who met me the next day knows that the sun was giving me a headache. I get headaches when I'm stressed and lights don't help. But like you, I got worried, so I went to Father Macmillan at his home and went through certain allergies that I might have contracted. I passed all of his tests and I went home. I am not the monster that's plagued our darkness. An update on the active investigation. Lucius has worked out why catching this vandal's scent has been so difficult. You see, the only smells at the scenes of the crimes belonged to those in the investigation. After this revelation, Lucius sniffed out not for who, but for when, and then wondered why Marlowe the Magnificent was at the monolith before the investigation had brought him there. Also, a worrying development, Marlowe the Magnificent has been seen driving out of Baile na Gótrin. We have a caller. How are we doing? You're on line 1. Who do we have and what do you think about what's happening?
Barry, how are you doing? Are you well?
Marlowe, hi, everyone. It's Marlowe the Magnificent. Marlowe, there's been some breakthroughs in the investigation. Troubling breakthroughs. And I was wondering if you knew or maybe.
I do, sadly. I'm the one who tampered with the blood, and I'm sorry, but I had to. The Trinity is forming, and try as I might, I can't change the future, but I can move the dominoes to give you a bit of time. And now I'm on my way out of Dodge to play the lotto, because I like my odds.
Well, I'm sure if you came back, you could explain why.
I wish I could. Oh, by the way, Darcy, I'm going to be so happy for you.
Look, if you come back and just explain why you did what you did.
Barry, now I'm very sorry, but this ends with you hanging up on me, not me coming back. I just rang to... Oh, Richard, don't worry. We'll all forgive you.
Marlowe, out of the blue, you start committing crimes. You steal blood, you vandalize a landmark, and now you're on the run, all because of, God knows why. You gotta give us something.
All right, Barry. Listen to me very, very carefully. If you think the greatest evil is who put those lights in the creek, then things are going to get darker. Darker than you'd ever believe. The worst work of 3 becomes one perfect monster. A beast that doesn't know how to be stopped. It doesn't even know how to die. And this being is going to eat whatever gods pray to. Once the Trinity forms, it's all over. And Barry, you can't save us.
What's that supposed to mean? Is something coming? Does it have to do with the word Trinity?
Barry, you already know their names. We all do. We heard them on the radio. I'd love to say one last goodbye to the town, but these woods are dangerous to drive through. I'd hate to have an accident with one of Ossory's wolves. Oh, and Mrs. Dove, I know what you are, you bitch.
And unfortunately, that is all the time that Marlowe has on the show. Well, the story ends with Marlowe on the run, and we ourselves have run out of time tonight. A quick PSA before we go. Father Macmillan has been... oh my. He's been excommunicated due to unsavoury tweets he sent out last week. And the church will be holding emergency services Friday, Saturday and Sunday, as all of his actions as a priest within the last week have been rendered void. Next time, picture this. It's the middle of the night. You can barely keep your eyes open, but you can't stop staring at those lights from your smartphone. Are they damaging your eyes? Francesca Dawson from Pocket Computer comes to tell us all about it. I've been Barry Biev, you've been Baile and Gótrin, and we've kept each other company in the small hours. But now it must all end. You've been listening to Baile and Gótrin, made by me, Jacob Wordsmith. If you enjoyed this episode, there's appropriate buttons to press and boxes to write in to show your support. You can also follow the show on its socials, which are Baile and Gótrin on Instagram and Baile and Gótrin on TikTok. As well as that, if you want to get a closer look at the production, or maybe get involved in the production, the Baile and Gótrin Patreon page is there for you. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for coming to town.